There's one thing the majority of grand battles in Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon have in common: they all tend to happen at the end of a season. From sprawling sieges to dragon-fueled devastation, these climactic clashes traditionally serve as the payoff to hours of political maneuvering across the preceding episodes. That's precisely why the ending of House of the Dragon Season 2 felt so unexpected. Heading into Hot D Season 2, all signs pointed toward a major showdown in the finale, the Battle of the Gullet. In the lore of the Dance of the Dragons, this naval conflict is one of the war's most pivotal engagements. It sees the Valyrian fleet clashing with the Triarchy and marks a turning point in the brutal Targaryen civil war. House of the Dragon Season 2 concluded earlier than expected, running for 8 episodes rather than the usual 10, and the Battle of the Gullet was notably absent. It's not been abandoned, however. Rather than skipping it entirely, this crucial conflict has been repositioned as the start of the upcoming Season 3. By doing this, House of the Dragon is breaking one of the most consistent narrative tropes of Game of Thrones. House of the Dragon Season 3 is kicking off with a bang. Hot D is flipping the franchise's formula on its head. If the Battle of the Gullet had played out as expected, it would have neatly followed the blueprint set by Game of Thrones and been the finale or penultimate episode of House of the Dragon Season 2. The franchise has long reserved its most ambitious spectacles for the closing stretch. The Battle of the Blackwater in Game of Thrones Season 2 and the Battle of the Bastards in Season 6 are prime examples, each arriving as a narrative crescendo. House of the Dragon Season 1 adhered to this structure as well. The conflict at Storm's End, which results in the death of Lucerys Velaryon, Elliot Gryholt, may not have been a full-scale battle, but it still delivered a shocking and emotionally charged climax. It set the stage for the war to come while preserving the tradition of ending a season on a dramatic high note. Season 3, however, appears ready to invert that formula entirely. By opening with the Battle of the Gullet, House of the Dragon is effectively front-loading one of the Dance of the Dragon's most explosive confrontations. Starting the season here immediately raises the stakes in a way that Game of Thrones never attempted. Instead of a slow burn leading to a final eruption, Hot D Season 3 will throw viewers straight into the chaos from the first moments, and it could redefine the long-term pacing of the franchise forever. There's a reason Hot D Season 3 can start with a huge battle. The war is only getting bigger from here. For viewers unfamiliar with the source material, opening with the Battle of the Gullet might seem like a gamble. There's a natural concern that beginning House of the Dragon Season 3 with such a massive event could leave the rest of the season struggling to match that intensity. In most shows, that would be a valid worry. However, Hot D is adapting a story where the central war is only just reaching its most destructive phase. The Dance of the Dragons is not defined by a single decisive battle, but by a series of escalating confrontations that tear Westeros apart. The Battle of the Gullet is merely one of many turning points, and its aftermath leads directly into even more significant events. Rather than starting loud and finishing quiet, Season 3 is expected to cover some of the most brutal battles of the conflict. Unless there are major deviations from George R.R. Martin's Fire and Blood, the book Hot D is based on, Season 3 will include many clashes between the Greens and the Blacks that would feel right at home as a season finale. These include the fall of King's Landing, the Butcher's Ball, and the First Battle of Tumbleton. Within this context, starting Season 3 with the Battle of the Gullet isn't just low risk, it actually makes sense. The next season of House of the Dragon isn't starting with its biggest moment. It's setting the pace for what could be the most action-packed season in the franchise's history. By breaking away from tradition, House of the Dragon isn't just changing its structure, it's reflecting the relentless escalation of the story it's telling.